So, you guys really liked my last deck profile, huh? I guess it was a good one. Hey everyone, Egman here with another video. Today we're going to talk about some cards I think will be kind of worth picking up for this next set. Some of these are kind of budget options and just kind of like good value to pick up right now, and the other ones are kind of more expensive and kind of cards I feel like you still kind of need to be kind of competitive next set. So it should be a kind of like balance between those. Also, if you don't know, I'm an affiliate with TCG Player. What that means, if you click my little link in the description below, and then you just buy any cards after clicking that link, I get a little bit of a kickback. So if you want to support me and my channel without having to do anything extra besides just buying cards you're probably going to buy anyways, or just even like packs or even boxes, that help me out a lot. So definitely click that link if you're buying anything from this video, and let's get into it. All right, seriously, don't buy this at $7. It's not worth it. People just buy it out. It's gonna go back down soon, so don't even worry about it. This is just a meme. Oh, if you guys want to give me like 160 bucks, not 160, but like a kickback of 160 bucks, I think Celzino is going to be still pretty good next set. I think green yellow stuff is going to be really good, and you still can't beat just playing a double strike, or sorry, a dual attack quad strike. For no energy. So I think this card's kind of good. It's been going down from like 200 to 160 bucks right now. So I think this is a good card to kind of pick up if you're thinking of getting it. It's been going down, so that's a good option for that. Next up, we've got Kakunsa, Beastly Maiden. So she's kind of also gone down from like she's gone down to like 20. She used to be like 30 bucks if I remember correctly. So she's been kind of on the downward trend. And also, these are going to be color codes, so we're going to go through green first because that's obviously my favorite color. But I think she's kind of worth it and can have some potential in this next set as well. Next up, you got Piccolo Jr. Arena Record. This is still like one of my favorite cards, and this is you can get really cheap even without parallel foil. Yeah, for like $4. Not only is this going to be good for like Tournament of Power Arena, so like the little blue top, but also it can blow up the healing pod as well. So you get a 20k for one energy, which is super nice. So I think this card's going to be kind of worth it in general. So if you don't have any of these cards, pick them up now. Next up, we've got Hasty Dispatch Dispo. This is a rare from the draft box. It's still pretty cheap compared, since it's a rare from that. But I think it's going to be really important. Just being able to play a 1-drop from your drop area for free has a lot of interactions with Bardock, and just in general, I think this is a good card, and could even be like better in the future, especially since it's not like any. The only restriction is that you have to have an empty drop or battle area. But you can choose one battle card of any color and with an energy cost of 1 and play it. So it's good for that. And especially since we've got some like 1-drop super combos, this can just like play them for free and then they get their effect at the end, at your next turn. So I think this is a good card moving forward. So if you don't have these cards, pick those up. Next up, Super 17, Hellstorm Unleashed. I definitely picked up my own. I only own 2 of these, despite using 3 or 4 of them at Vegas. So I picked up kind of the last couple ones I need for these. These will be good with the new Cell Xeno card that comes out. That's the 9-drop. You can just pretty much play for free. So that's really good. But also the new Jiren as well. The Jiren, that's a 6-drop that becomes a 9-drop for during your turn. Both those cards are really good for just going into the Cell the Super 17, and also the Cell Unthinkable Perfection, though he's more limited to Android leaders. But the Super 17, I think, is a fantastic card that you can now play on like turn 3 or 4 pretty consistently. So if you don't have these cards and you want to experiment with it, it's pretty cheap right now for only $5. That's pretty cheap for a super rare. And then same thing for Cell, but I don't think it's as versatile. But it's only like $2.50, so that's pretty good. Next up, we've got Flying Nimbus. In case I think this. I mean, I don't know what to say. This card has always like a space to be like kind of good at all times. So if you want any foil versions, they're kind of cheap right now. They used to be like at $20, I remember. So $8 for like a foil version isn't too bad. But also if you just want like the new version of it, like the alternate art, they're just at like $2 or so. So I think these will just obviously be potentially good cards against kind of an aggro Vegix format. So there's a card for that. Next up, we're going into our yellow. I guess I should talk about this card. If you don't have Ape, this is like a good alternative card for Ape. It's not the same because you only get to draw 2, and it's an extra card for it, and it's not from the drop. But you also get to play a Universe 9 card from your deck with energy cost 2 or less when you activate it if your opponent has all their energy tapped. And this Basil is such a good card from it. So for 2 energy, being able to just draw 2 cards and then also play this guy. Is it also, yeah, active main R battle too, which is nutso. But so you know, if your opponent's swinging in and you know like they're not going to be able to do anything else for the turn, you can just like use 2 energy, so you used all your energy for the turn. But being able to play this guy is super nice, especially since the idea is if your opponent's already tapped out when you play this card, when you play it from that card, you get to use its active main once per turn. If your opponent has 5 or more cards in rest mode, this gains plus 15k power and dual attack until the start of your next main phase. This was under $10 at the beginning of the month for sure, and now it's just kind of doubled in price. So I think people are going to kind of start realizing this is a better card more and more. So I would say kind of pick it up now before it gets too expensive. Bergamo, this everyone knows is good. It's $50 right now. It's just I don't know. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about it. I don't know if it's been going up or down, but it's probably still been going up a little bit because it looks like it used to be like $40 and now it's closer to 50. But it's still like a good card, and I don't know if you want to get it and help me out. Moving on to our blue cards, we've got the first one I want to talk about is Hurrigan Premonition of Evil. This is the foil version. Let me get the actual version of it. Yeah, okay. So like $1. So you can get this card for like $1. So you can place it for under 5. And this card's not like terribly like it's all right just for the archetype itself. But we also know that we're getting some Hurrigan support in the draft box 6. So that if you want to just gamble $5 saying that this card will be able to be useful in the next cards for draft box, I'd say that's a pretty safe gamble for that. Sensu Bean. We've got, I think there's some other versions too, but if you want any like shiny versions of Sensu Bean, this is from the Gogeta. Where's the other one? I think I picked up the wrong one. Let me just do it. Sensu Bean, yeah. Let's see. So if you want to go into alternate art, here it is. So if you want some shiny Sensu Beans, they're looking like they're going to be. Never mind, they're expensive. Don't buy these unless you like really like my channel and want to help me out. Don't buy Sensu Beans. Dispo Sonic Subversion. I still think this card's good. It's under $10. It has this auto. Return this card to your owner's hand, then choose one card in your life. Add to your hand when your opponent plays a battle card with any cost greater than their current energy. Choose that card and return it to the owner's hand. And also auto when this card is removed from your battle area by opponent's skill or KO, you just draw one card. So it just like replaces itself when your opponent tries to get rid of it, and if they don't get rid of it, they can't play anything with higher than their current energy cost too. So I feel like this is potentially a good card in this format. Like you can play this Dispo, and then if they try to play like the 4-drop Vegeta Xeno from their drop area, you can just use this Dispo, return this to your hand. They return the Vegeta to their hand, which honestly doesn't do anything. It's just a 4-drop. They don't want to play verbatim, and then you like get some self-waking and everything too. So I think this is a good card. So if you're curious on getting it, you should think about it. Obuni, I think he's kind of gone down in price a little bit. He used to be like 30 something, like high 30s. Now he's like high 30s. Now he's like high 20s. So I think he's going down a little bit. So he could be something potential for you to pick up as well. Topo, this is the foil version. Don't look at that unless you like really like me. But like just for the regular version, they're still like $12 on the low end, $20 on the high end. I think he can be potentially really good right now too, especially like just to stop really aggressive decks. He's never been like a bad card if you're running red anyways, so consider playing him as well. Broly Crown of Retribution. This used to be like $40, so he's been going a little bit downward decline. Not as many decks are running or just have like 2 energy in active mode right now, but I still think he's like a good card. So if you've thought about picking him up, you can do that now. Broly Surge of Brutality. This is just if you don't have this card. It's like $2 now. Yeah. We're not the promo event where this card was viable or like you could pull this from doesn't exist anymore. So if you just need this card for this next set, it's only $2.50, which is super cheap. So there's that. Also Sun Goten's Strong of Heart. The foil. This card is pretty much necessary if you're playing the new Broly, and the foil versions are only $6 each, which are pretty cheap. Otherwise, they're like 50 cents. So if you want to like bling this deck out, you can get these really cheap right now. Going into the black cards, you've got Dark Power, Black Mass Saiyan. Both these, like this card's gonna be super good right now. If you want some foil versions, they're like $10, and like normal. I mean, you can easily get this card like no matter what. These are super cheap cards. But if you want like foil versions or like the Event Pack 3 versions, they're pretty cheap. $10 for the shiny version. There's also like a stamped version, I believe, from like the Gen Con from last year. I'm not sure what those ones are. Let's look it up. I think those are probably maybe kind of expensive. Let's see. Yeah, Gen Con stamp. Yeah, they're like $15 a piece, so that's something. But I think these could be a potentially good card from this next format too. So at least make sure you have the commons playset. Both these Blast Sands can kind of do stuff, so that's something. So they're both there. Protector of the People. He's, I don't know, he's kind of high right now. He's $35. Dang, that's super high. But he's a really good negate too, because counterattack, negate the attack. Then you may choose one card in your hand, place your drop area. If you do choose one of your leader cards, gains following effects. When the attack card is attacked by a battle card, gains plus 5k power for the turn. So just being able to continuously get that 5k boost is really, really helpful, especially if you're trying to be really defensive. So I don't know. It's a good card. Obviously, it's maybe more expensive than it should be right now, because it used to be like $17. Probably wait on this guy, but you'll probably want a playset of him. Bardock Awakening Instincts. This card's good in general, and the foils are not too bad. They're only like $10. Like the normal card is like $2. So if you want the foils, you want to bling it out, get them now, because they're only like $12, and they go into the 4-drop. Whatever, Universe 3 card as well, so that's just an option there. Nagishi, it goes into this guy, yeah, it goes into Vaira. He's like $15. Not very surprising. He's really good. Just so you can use this Vaira on top of that Bardock we just showed for free, and you just get a 20k crit for free as well. So there's something. Nagishi is only $1.50, but if you look at the foils are looking at clear. Come on. All right, parallel foils. There we go. Foils are like $12. Maybe that's too high. I don't know. This card's going to be good too. It's only an uncommon from the draft box, but Vegics are going to be using it. Majin Buu's Human Extinction Attack. Jeez, it's only $5, which is pretty cheap for one of these cards, especially when you consider like the Cell one is like $12 right now, which you can also buy if you're really thinking about it. But that's something as well. So it's just really cheap, and if you're playing a black leader card, just being able to choose one of your opponent's battle cards and put them into the warp is really good, since there's so much drop area stuff going on right now. So that's just an option for you. I've been seeing people use this card. It's only $4, so pick it up, because I don't know, these like campaign rares are always kind of like a weird price point in a lot of ways. So I think it's just fine to pick them up now, and then also not even a scratch. Just a generically good card too, especially since you can just warp it and draw one. It's $10, which is pretty much on par for like good draft box rares. So I think that's pretty dang fair. All right, some quick extra cards that I didn't think about on the first recording. So first is Koi Sukai, Mechanical Courage. He's like $20, so I think he's kind of gone down a little bit, because it used to be like $25. So if you want to pick those up, that's an option for you. Also, just like any of the policeman archetype stuff, I think he's kind of gone down. And Eliza, Towering Atrocity, he's down to what is he down to? He's down to $15. Oh wait, he's down like to $15. So he's like a little bit lower, but obviously he's going to be kind of used. Dirty Burst, this card's definitely gone down in price. I remember seeing it like $20 or so. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but I feel like this has slowly been creeping down to like a more reasonable price. So if you need this card, this is just like an okay card. Like draw one, your opponent can't attack with battle cards, and it costs 7 or more. So just like if they like go off like super heavy on like some big boy, and then you can just play this in response, and it's just a regular negate as well. So even worse, like just for 1 blue, gain to draw a card on a counterplay. Like this is just a generically good blue card. What else is there? And then also thinking about draft box that's coming up as well. We've got like if you like these, like I have no idea, right? This is, you have to take a gamble with it, but if they're doing ape stuff again, there's a good chance like this Bardock will, or like any of the good stuff is going to be good again. But so this Bardock Will of Iron is an option for you, especially since it's a judge foil too for like $3.50, so you can get like a playset of that really cheap, and then if it's a good card, you like really cash out on there. And then also March of the Great Apes. If we look at the foils, they're like pretty cheap. Some of them like $2 or so. So it's if you think that this card's gonna be like viable, like with the new draft box stuff, that's an option. This kind of goes with all the ape stuff too. Like Planet Vegeta might be good again. So if you want like any foil versions of those, I know we're getting like the alternate art one. I think I believe that's coming at the alternate art in the anniversary box. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But if you want some like foil Planet Vegetas, they're like just like a couple bucks as well. So those are just some like out there kind of guesses if you want to take that chance on it. So that's going to be it. Once again, if you're buying anything, please consider using my TCG player in the description below. If you click that link, once again, I just get a little bit of a kickback, and it doesn't cost you anything. I just get some free money, which I would appreciate. And if you guys have any other cards that you guys recommend picking up, I also like Zamasu, this guy from the draft box. This guy I recommend, but like he's like actually sold out, so you can't buy him right now. I also bought some, and hopefully they're in the mail. I've been kind of suspicious that they might have been the lost in the mail, which would have really sucked. But that's going to be it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.